People, big up on yourself. Welcome back to another edition of the Reggae Boyz Weekly. Back again today was Saturday. Been an interesting week, and we all know why. Reggae Boyz obviously lost to the US men's national team. They lost that game to the USMNT. Pochettino's what do you call it now? Red and Blue Army. That them call it Pochettino's Red and Blue Army. People, when I watch the game in the US, I say, come like some Confederate team, I watch the red and blue thing. I think I hate him, I watch, brother. But big up on yourself still. Where are you?
Dog, right now my vibes just broke, brother. The vibes broke, dog. Them get the support, them get everything what them need, and still, dog, brother. Bro, from a reach home after the match, I just not the energy, dog. Honestly. Not the energy, bro. We give them enough, Believe when I tell you, so we give them enough. In the stadium, you know me is the one who always a cuss. Me is the man who start chanting in the stadium over grandstand. I lift up the crowd more. Boo, when we start boo Pulisic, and me start to boo them, bro. You see me? So the vibes he there, bro. So for sister, we give the youth them a full support, dog. Demarai agree, miss penalty. The man then still could get the ball in the net. Again, 3 home games under McClaren. We can't get the ball in the net. The support grew up on each game. More. Full capacity last game, which was expected. I was expecting it because America where I play. Bertio Pochettino over there. The whole people who don't want to see Patch. Only people who don't want to see Pulisic and them Monday. You see me? Because last time America did come play here with Pulisic them was in a COVID time. And a whole lot of people never even in the stadium. Zine, because I think we did only allowed mostly 1,000 or 5,000 or so. So they never let out the stadium for everybody. So majority of the fan base would have want to go there. Not only for watch Jamaica, but for also see international players where they watch on them TV on a regular. So the crowd was expected, the crowd was there, and the man them disappointed again, brother. So we have to get into that today.
I sense a feeling of entitlement from the Reggae Boyz fans, as if them feel entitled to a win. But listen.
To not lose. Brother, the least is supposed to walk out with is a draw. If you look at the chances that were created, we should have scored. You have to look for me really and tell me that Jamaica should walk out with at least a point based off what happened in the game. Forget about who USA is. Forget about the names. Forget about the player. Forget about the coach. If you watch that football match, you cannot look at me and tell me that Jamaica is supposed to walk away from that game with a deserved point and feeling disappointed of not getting the victory. But yet still, we with the salt self, when I get none of them, they will lose. You see me? So that's why my vibes just broke from the game, brother. No jokes.
But listen up, people. Today we're going to talk about Craig Butler. He announced his retirement from schoolboy football. So I'm going to get into that, talk about that and what Craig Butler had to say after Mona High School lost to Kingston College. 2-0. I saw the game. Never watched it in its entirety, but I'm watching enough. I see the first goal. Never see the second goal, but I see, phases out in which, Mona was trying to respond. And I think Casey was just better than Craig Butler and, Mona High School. They had some players out. The one that went to Chelsea for trials, he had a few players for Mona that, they were suspended as well. Also going to talk about the Reggae Boyz and that game against the US men's national team and, what transpired. Because, obviously, they kind of have a different thought process with that game. I also have a different thought process with that game as well. So we're going to get into that. But before we get into that, people, let me just play the intro for you guys.
It's time to rise up. Stand and take your place. Rise up. Shine like the sun. Rise up, rise up. Your journey has just begun. Rise up. Rise up. Stand like the rain. Oh, yeah. Rule your destiny. Be the best that you can be. We know we start from the bottom and we reach right over the top. No matter where you do, you know, say that we can't stop. We stand up and salute down to the yellow, the green, the black. I make them know.
Yeah, people. Sherman Scott said Tivoli as well. Yeah, me kind of surprised that Mona did lose to Tivoli. You see me, I say? Me surprised that Mona did eventually lose to Tivoli and, them finished the group with 1 point and all them type of foolishness there. So, not a good look for Mona. But also, people, stick around for the punk of the week in the latter stages of the show. So, I could start off with Craig Butler first. So, as we all know, people, Craig Butler is the technical director, coach, caretaker, whatever you want to call him. Man has so many titles. But he is the spearhead of Mona High School in the Manning Cup, right, alongside Kyle Butler, and these two other gentlemen, right, and some other individuals, Casey as well. However, Craig Butler and Mona High School, bowed out of the Manning Cup yesterday against Kingston College. Good game. I think Casey played well. 2-0 defeat for Mona High School people. And after the game, in true Craig Butler fashion, he announced his retirement from schoolboy football. And I was really and truly, I was surprised with him, mentioning that at this stage. Listen, all is not done. They still have the Walker Cup, but Craig Butler stated that this is it for him. So let me just play the clip, and we'll get a conversation going surrounding that.
And I think at this point, this is my last game.
But the season is finished for Mona. You'll have the Walker
last
Cup.
game in school. And I think at this point, this is my last game in football.
But the season is finished for Mona. You'll have the Walker Cup.
Last game in school. And I think at this point,
Yeah, people. So that was Craig Butler after the defeat against Kingston College in the Manning Cup. Look, what have to say about this? Craig Butler in the JPL now with Veer Phoenix United. Do you think all focus will be on Veer right now?
Bro, if he want to leave, full boy football will be exciting anyway, bro. You see me? So if he want to leave, him could have announced it at any other point. Him just start the same lose, and him just want the attention to be on him. So him just say that. You see me? It's, Craig Butler still, bro. Him love the attention. Him love the limelight. So, yeah, him want for use that for divert from the Fox and Mona out. Yeah, him smart. Him now look at us. We are talking about that instead of talking about the Fox and Mona out. So it'll work for him. So nobody not gonna miss him. That's all I say. Jamaica fans.
Nobody not gonna miss him. No big coach now.
Maybe Mona, but schoolboy football fans not gonna miss Craig Butler in the Manning Cup. So it's nothing big, brother.
I mean, the antics, every time Craig Butler, or before Mona play a game, him go up on him Instagram and him say, wartime people, them are go dead, you see me? But instead of Mona, they sit against Casey. And let me tell you, this season, they feel like enough school did have it out for Mona, really and truly. You see me? I say, because, when Craig Butler fought in a schoolboy football and say I'm going to win the competition, I don't think people did really take him serious. You get me? I say, and I don't think them think they would have win it in the time span in which they win it as well. So, when schools like Casey and them school the buck you, and then realize that there's a crack in the arm, I know for a fact that them are going to take advantage of that. And, Kingston College did, in fact, take advantage of that. But for me, in terms of him, leaving schoolboy football, if that's the case, because Craig Butler can switch him words, and, he tends to switch his words a lot of the times. Listen, if he leaves, all focus will be on Veer Phoenix United. We all know that, he wants to win the JPL. Craig Butler has stated that he believes that they can win it this season, when they get all of them players. And, every time they have a bad result, he might always say, wait till we get all I play them. Which I think we'll get all I play them this season. But I think this season for Veer and Craig Butler is just a building block in terms of to where they want to get to. You get massive people because...
No, I know, I'm not buy that too. We can all get in a JPL, speaking about Butler. Because that's another thing, but if you make a video about, every time them lose a match or drop points, we do have all of players, we do have this. Anything other players, other teams have the whole of them players too. Look for racing, because me follow racing. Only per time, at the start of the season, racing never have majority of them team. And guess what? Them still manage to go jungle. And how much is match of jungle done? Them draw 1-1. You see me, them still show them class in the league, and them not complain. Any hear Anthony Patrick or in backroom staff come out after interview and say, yo, we have a full squad, this, that. Wait till we get the full squad. You are not special. Veer Phoenix United is not special. I've watched them, I've seen them, they are crap. Them don't ready. So stop try hype up and brother, there's nothing. You can't trick me. You cannot trick me, but wait till you get to play. Work with what you have. Every other team out there now have some players at them disposal. Zine, where you say? Manning Cup players them where you have? Manning Cup players that will come and save your season? And that team I try to say basically, Manning Cup players in the app. Come on, brother. Foolish that. Big foolish.
Well,
do not have a lot of the players them when they want at them disposal. Only part of teams out there have injuries. Only part of teams out there have problems just like how you have problems. You're not special. You have to find ways to get results no matter what context you are in. This is not Craig Butler's world. This is a JPL. It does not revolve around Craig Butler. It revolves around the team and who will finish first through to 6 and make playoffs. See? So don't come tell me every match you lose or draw, say because you don't have players. Do every other team not have players. Why you really lose the match? That's what we want to hear. Not say because you don't have your players. That's rubbish, brother.
I mean, it's a factor, you get me? I say, but I don't think it's the overarching factor as to why, you know, Veer Phoenix are lose games. I just think that the team is young. They're not better than some of their opponents. And listen, if them get all of them players, will they be firing on all cylinders? I doubt it. You get me? I say, you know, at them first season with Denny Hyde and whatever the case is. So I definitely think that, you know, there's potential within the squad. But yeah, as I say, but then again, you know, Craig Butler kind of reminds me of like the Jose Mourinho's of the world in terms of they have those deflection tactics where, you know, Craig Butler is an individual who likes to protect his players. So, I mean, listen, when Mona did lose to KC, he did say, oh, some players never show up, you know, so that's him calling out some of his players. But he's not an individual will throw players under the bus. I get massive people. He's a man who always mention, say, he's the coach, and if we lose, you know, all we lose, and if we lose, you know, we'll never prepare them well, whatever the case is. You see me, I say, but I think, you know, with him, you know, saying that him not have all our players, it's just a deflection tactic. Sherman Scott, big up yourself, Conrad, big up yourself. People must smash up that like button. Relax music. Him say, a true USA player, volleyball, yeah. But yeah, man, in terms of Craig Butler and this JPL thing now, people, you know, obviously full focus is on Veer Phoenix United, and I believe that he will win the JPL. What do you think about that? You think he might go in one of them, yeah?
Brother, I must think like a joke thing this.
Brother, if a man can win Manning Cup, why can't win JPL?
Oh, brother, that is Manning Cup. Don't feel like,
yeah,
brother,
but the man going at JPL.
They must say, with Manning Cup, he managed to get over majority of Phoenix players them into Mona and then integrate them. Remember, I never win it in first year. Zine? No, mere fact, we know the quality that Phoenix players have. So if you manage to get almost an entire academy into a school, right? If them have to sit out a year, them sit out the year, as we all know. If some of them have got 6 1, then you have to sit out the year. But whatever, you manage to get that academy into a school, you're going to expect them the next year to go ahead and challenge, if not win it. JPL is different. Unless you want to go and go against the powerhouses of Mount Pleasant as it relates to spending, which so far it doesn't seem as if they're doing. That is not their main aim. Him just has said that because he want for pushing players, to get the best all-time players so he can sell in players and have stats and video images and everything so he can sell in players to the best of his ability, right? But I don't think his real aim is for win this trophy. His real aim is to put his players on the platform, right? And as long as they stay in the league, they will be on that platform. You see me, bro? So when it comes to them, brother, you want to win this league, you have to go spend some money where Mount Pleasant to spend, brother. You see me? But don't a ball Mount Pleasant. Even if you're on the bench and not get in the game, at least I get 150 a month. For a man who's on the bench and not get in the game. Not to talk about the rest of them who actually are play and are coming on and starting matches are being rotated. You see me? So, I'm not see Veer Phoenix do that right now. And in football, where you put in is that you have to get out. So, if you're not spend big, forget the best players. You're not going to win this trophy, brother. Unless you're lucky to get it in the playoffs. And in the playoffs, you have to play 2, 3 match, 4, 5 match. So your luck I go run out, brother. You now go through 4 or 5 match if the quality not at the standard. Plus you go through an entire long season. Brother, they're not winning the Premier League this season, brother.
No, I'm not saying this season. I say one of these days, I believe, so, you know, in the near future, Craig Butler will win the JPL.
If him start spend money.
Yeah, but all right, Cavaliers spend money, but not like
that's the way you are. Cavaliers have been doing this for a while. And those say Cavaliers not spend money. They might not spend, bro. Cavalier develop players and Cavalier make a whole heap of money just by being in the what I want they cup the name where they play against the American country. Not Caribbean, the regional one. Because I must say the other time they play against Cincinnati FC, that's on the Caribbean. Regional competition.
The champions.
Yeah, that. Brother, a whole heap of millions when they convert that to Jamaica, they're making us. So don't feel like say it's a punk club that, you know, bro. They must spend money to hear. They are spending.
You have to spend money for money. You get me? I say you have to spend money to generate more money.
Mount Pleasant and Cavaliers, they must spend money. The only thing is Cavaliers have younger players, so them can manage your wage a little bit better as opposed to the older players then. where Mount Pleasant get. That is the main difference. But as it relates to spending and investing, both of them are invest well, and they are investing a lot. Now, Veer Phoenix are up on the level there. Veer Phoenix main aim right now is to get in those players from the academy, get video images, get stats, and send them away. That is Veer Phoenix main aim right now. So if that is your main aim, which is completely objective or different from what the bigger teams, the Pleasant and the Cavaliers' main aim is, then you're not gonna win this Premier League, brother. You have to fully focus on spending for win it. And then when you win
I believe.
And then when you win it, you will get a big player will come out of you winning where you can sell. Trevante Stewart, them sell to Salernitana. I know them get a fat cheese when that transfer over into JMD. You see me? Colin Anderson. Cavaliers sell for them strike under the same year. Kasha, Mount Pleasant sell Kasha. Zine. So the two top team then will go final, manage to sell players and get a good cheese. So bro, Veer Phoenix now in the next 3 years, them not winning.
I disagree because I believe that the league can be won in multiple ways. I get me. I said the JPL is not the Premier League, it's not La Liga. And listen, yes, you have to spend money to make money, you have to spend money to acquire some of the best talents and whatever the case is. But Craig Butler has a track record of actually developing players. You get me? I say, so if I'm gonna go by that, then I believe that one day within the next 5 years, I'm going to win the JPL. It's not hard. I don't think it's a hard task. You know, you have obviously what?
The key thing, he has a track record of developing youth players. A big man football is Craig Butler. Which big man team you see Craig Butler coach and it do well? When him the Humble Lion, you notice him barely talk about that when in him stint at Humble Lion because it was such a failure.
Yeah, but hold on. You see, you talk about the fact that, okay, let's take Craig Butler to this, right? You have Lenny Hyde, who has won the JPL before on multiple occasions. So having him as the coach as well, I think that will play a part in terms
Lenny
of...
Hyde have the full say. Me and you know this.
Bro, me and you are different.
No, talk about what you see. Who you see on the sideline about instructions? Who you see on the sideline I tell who go where? Them claims say the two of them. But if it was Lenny Hyde alone, then we could have said, but Craig Butler is clearly in this. And him keep on talk about bringing the two of them, bringing the two of them style of play together in a one. Him think people are idiot, brother? If you think, look on this.
Listen, I think you don't like Craig Butler. That's what I see. I think you don't like him.
You can get Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola style of play in a one. And it will work? No.
You don't think you're Craig Butler. That's the thing.
Or you're fully possessional. Don't tell me say try to bring in one hard pressing and then you want to bring in an next possession and when you mix the two of them together it will work. But I tell him and I try to tell a dream.
Yo, listen. If you don't rate Craig Butler, just make the audience know because it sound like to me you don't rate the man. The man can win the JPL. Go and doubt the man. Go and doubt the man.
But give the man him ratings for what him doing youth football.
Yo, take back your ratings, brother. We don't need the ratings over
here. You talk about track record, right? Track record that he has is with youth football. He's excellent at developing players. But this is big man football. The only track record we see him having big man football, it was a failure. Am I lying or am I right?
But the coach of Veer Phoenix, don't ask me if you're lying. The coach of Veer Phoenix is but you have Lenny Hyde at the forefront, who's an exceptional coach, who has won the league on multiple occasions. So now come tell me about if Craig Butler won't work in.
Use your eyes. Where you see on the match day?
Brother,
you watch Veer Phoenix matches? Well, not all of them televised, but I've seen more Veer Phoenix matches than you because not all of them televised. And I'm telling you, who they on the sideline majority of the time about others and I tell the player them what to do. Even the players, even the fans that support and watch JPL a lot. Right? In a comment section all the time, you hear them say them like how Craig Butler just come in, just load the man for the way man do if you're a technical director.
Well, maybe he's the assistant. Maybe he's the assistant. I don't know. Maybe Craig Butler is the assistant, but you doubt the man and he might prove you wrong.
Say that you are the assistant. They might try to switch it up, brother. If you're the technical director, where you are the sideline of coach, brother, the man Lenny Hyde does not have full control of his team. And don't stop listening to what they are telling you if you believe and use their
brother, you go and like say you're with a gospel bad man. One Craig Butler may I deal with, brother. Any other Butler I want to work at. Look the place.
Where you sit yourself? I know say the fact is Craig Butler is literally 4 rows down from your stadium too.
The man developed Leon Bailey, he helped develop Whisper as well as multiple other players as well. Him saying what do you name was just gone off at Chelsea recently? You see me?
Which player developed after them past 21? up to what day too. My day now one. Big up yourself, Carlos, if you watch. Cause my buck up one of my whole schoolmate them. When he there with Phoenix, bro. And it never work out team after a certain age, and guess what? He will have to dip. Because Craig Butler knows that from he reach a certain age, him can't work it anymore because it's harder for him send you abroad. That is how cutthroat it is.
What if the youth never good enough?
Oh, me?
No, Carlos, what if him just never good enough? And everybody make football.
No, it's not just about good. Obviously, and everybody are gonna make it. Carlos are the wicked man, they play for CC, but his style of play was different from what, and that is the key thing as well. Craig Butler only focus on a certain type of player where he must send out. Look at the players where he must send it. Have to be flair, speed, directness. Those are the type of players that he work with, which is nothing is wrong with that. You see me? But you also need to look at the reality that there are many other players that are seeping through. And that wasn't even the point. So I'm not going to get into that. See, my point was, it's a big man football. Yes, you are the king and the goat of youth development in this country. We will give him that. But it's a big man football. What you're doing a youth development and youth football, don't come feel like you're going to do the same thing yourself. That's all me I say about man. And so far this season, Veer has been crap. Crap. A beer chat. Everything that has been around Veer is just chat and hype. And now I'm going to see some real football, some bush football them a play, brother. Promise you. No jokes, dog. Go through.
Yeah, people, Preston, I not really agree with that. The football, it has not been the best, but listen, it's a fairly new team in terms of the construction of the team, and the first season or whatever the case is. So I think Veer, them have to find them feet. Obviously, further down the line, them have to get better players, and I think Craig Butler also recognizes that. So they have to definitely spend money and get some players in within the dressing room to make the team better. But listen, Craig Butler did come into the JPL. Into schoolboy football. He stated that he would have won it. He did it. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to defend it this year. They tried to defend it, but they lost to KC yesterday 2-0. So in terms of him saying he's going to win the JPL, I think that Craig Butler is a man with a plan. He has experience across football in general. Listen, yes, he was at different clubs in the JPL. He failed with them. But listen, when you're a coach or whatever the case is, failing is a part of the process, and you learn from your failures in life. Jose Mourinho, Carlo Ancelotti, Pep Guardiola. Pep hardly failed. I'm not going to say him hardly failed. Pep Guardiola has failed in life. Before he won this Champions League with Man City, he lost it on a couple of occasions. Him get knocked out by Lyon, knocked out by Spurs. So you learn along the way and you correct your mistakes. I believe that Craig Butler in the JPL, I think he will win it. Maybe not this season, but I think eventually him and Lenny Hyde, whether Lenny Hyde did in the future, whatever the case is, I think that Craig Butler, as the technical director or whatever the case is, I think he'll have a plan to win the JPL. Who dominate the JPL in the recent times? Cavalier and Mount Pleasant. I don't see why.
Next year. We don't talk.
We can bet on that. We can bet on that still.
Come on, me bet you 50 grand Jamaican dollars. Him now win it in the next year. All
right. Anything I say? Man United, Mike, big up yourself. Him say, when it comes to Lenny Hyde, I am biased. So I mean, Man United, Mike, expound upon that. J Boss, big up yourself. Him say, Veer now play too bad. Them just need more time to get the chemistry. Definitely, and even Kyle Butler as well. People, listen. Big up to Kyle Butler. I think he has held his own so far this season. I think he would have looked worse than what he actually is. But I think if he lose a few more points and whatever the case is, I think he can definitely make it within the JPL. You see me? I say it's a very young team. But, someone just bad man still, and enough of them Jamaican people like they can, to me left. He's a bad man individual when it comes to Craig Butler. And feel to give props people. You see me? I say, I them money call Leon Bailey. I them money first come out and call Leon Bailey flop. For no apparent reason. You see me? I say,
do not say that, brother. Because
you call Leon Bailey flop.
No, but I was not the first.
I'm not sure say a bad man then, brother. You don't need to call the ball flop, brother.
The first one for call the man a flop, brother. But apart from that, that's not where I'm getting to.
The man are going to JPL, people. Believe me.
They are not ready. Veer Phoenix
not this season, but they're not going eventually.
They are nothing special. I've seen their matches, even the ones that have not are not.
No, obviously we know say them not special, but I'm saying
not special.
They will eventually win it in the upcoming season.
Feel like say them are going to win.
Because I believe in Craig Butler and Lenny Hyde. Simple.
You don't believe in Craig Butler, brother. You want that time you this up Craig Butler. Which
brother, me not this him up.
Brother, how you have bad things to say about Craig Butler?
No. That's how when him do
Craig Butler. Chat to you on camera, brother. Like Craig Butler promised you some money. People on the same love switch up in mouth. Like Craig Butler, you dep on Craig Butler payroll in a dog. You to switch up in mouth in a dog.
People, you must can be balanced, people. Whenever Craig Butler do bad, me talk about it. Now that the man do good, me talk about the good, the man the man say, yo, me definitely man payroll.
Where is Veer Phoenix?
7th.
But that's Veer Phoenix and then no way bad man.
We're racing United the night table. You support racing, we're racing the night table.
Bro, I support Waterhouse and racing. And I'm not
we're racing there.
But now hype up racing. They are a promoted team and they're working like a promoted team. Them now try push the hype. When them lose a match, them now complain here because them now have no players. Even though some of them players them not available. More players than come and take them star striker. Zine, pan deadline day and them could even replace him. But the money we more players to offer them could not reject that money. So guess what? The man them does a work with them, and get results. Them go in a jungle and grab a point. Them grab points off a Dumby. You see me? Them a work like a promoted team and a hustle and a try find them way up quietly. Why Veer Phoenix can't do the same? Because Craig Butler does a try fight them up for what they are not. Them not ready. So just act like the team that you are, a promoted team. Work in silence and surprise us. But stop telling us that you go win this, win that, and me, you know, say you can't do shit in a big man ball game. Youth football is your level. Youth football is your level. You are the GOAT. I give you your props for youth football. But the one little time you step up in a big man football, you have been crap. And so far, in a big man football, you have been crap again. So there's no track record for you in big man football. So stop it chatting, be humble, and just continue work. Just continue work, and then when it happens, then we can be surprised. But you know, I just need a chat, brother.
But listen, to be fair to Craig Butler, when he was at previous clubs in the JPL over the years, he did state that he couldn't bring through some of the players them when they did want, and some of the players them never good enough. And if the player them just not good enough, he not go work out, brother. But now he's trying to bring through players in here that are good enough, and eventually, I tell him I go win it. And again, you feel in life, bro.
You're not winning shit.
People, failure is a part of life. You learn from your mistakes and move on. Craig go learn from his mistakes, and he have somebody who win the JPL.
You know much coaches here up and here make mistake. Why them not learn from it? Why is he so special? Why you feel him gonna learn from it? Why? Only for coaches in a JPL Europe and year want to win it and can't win it. So why him so special and him not on a track record in the JPL? And the one little record we can look on, he has not been well. It's nothing special. It's just, I'm a salesman too, you know. So believe me when I tell you he's a salesman, him just a try to hype it up and yet when bro, you have to get as much out of it as possible when you do it that way. So nothing wrong with it. But at the end of the way, I see right through it. They are not ready. And if you have a look at me and tell me the reason why you lose some matches is because you don't have some of your players. That is atrocious. Find ways to win football matches. Only part of teams out there don't have them players and them still find ways to draw get results. Why are you so special? Let me ask you this question. And the reason why you lose is because you don't have some players. But let me ask you this. When Arsenal the same problem.
When Arsenal lose with the NFL.
JPL we are talking about. We are talking about Craig Butler and JPL. Don't ask me about Arteta and Arsenal. JPL and Jamaica we are talking about, brother. You see me? He is not special. When doing a big man ball game. You can move on here, man.
Let me just say this about Arsenal. Whenever your team play and you lose some games without your key players, what the coach come out and say after? Never have been played.
Arteta not say nothing about key players. Arteta not mention. When we lose against Bournemouth, Arteta never mention say, brother, you know what? We are trying to talk about Arteta not mention players where he lose. Him always either take the blame upon himself or try to deflect. He never ever mention the fact say he lose a player. He always come out and say, even when the journalists are asking questions, yeah, Mrs. Player, well, we have to focus and work on what we have and what we have and what we are working with. And that is available. That is all that come out of my mind. Now, as somebody will watch Arteta, now you will see why when I hear Craig Butler saying that in do having players, that is why it pisses me off. Because what kind of elite level person you want to be and you say you can't win football match just because you don't have players. Work with what you have. If that you have, then you work with what you have. Simple.
Have a caller. Big up yourself, United, man. Big up yourself.
Yeah, well, go on. Well, I can't find you.
Who?
The channel, man, like we talked to you about like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I mean, just try. Well, I'm busy a lot still and thing, but I'm get to them, especially on Sunday. Well, I mean, I said me to reach out, you know, but It's like me just can't find the time. Right now, I'm up on the road. So me just stop and say, boy, I like the conversation, you know?
You don't think Craig can win the JPL in the next 3 years or so?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. But like the Kanye said, he have a lot of work to do, you know? Yeah, man, he have a lot of work to do. And me just think, say, personally, you need to be more humble.
Yeah.
If you lose, come out and say, see, I'm a lose. We're just not good enough. People will come on your side. You know, but every time you gotta try if you find some excuses. People don't like excuses. You know, it's a turn off. You know what I mean? Just be big enough and say, boy, we're just never good enough this year, but next year. You know,
especially when the excuses where you use, every other team can find the excuse there.
Exactly.
A whole heap of other team out there now, some of the players them are available where they need, you know, whether because they're injured, they get to register it, they see a money input problem. But you know, hear them coach come out and I say, yo, you know, say my players them there and this, that. That's why I'm lose. You're not a good coach then.
Yeah.
You're not a good coach at this level then. Find ways to grind points without your players the way you want.
The Kanye. I think you beat him too hard sometimes, you know?
No, man, but I give him props, you know. When I time to give him props, I give him props.
Look,
Jamaica, up to what day when him send Sean Layton. See? When him send Sean Layton to go Chelsea. Or the news come on. I give him props. And even in this episode, I give him props as being the GOAT, the best youth development person in Jamaica right now. So I don't like saying I give him props where it's due. But when it comes to the big man football, where he try to step him to, you know, he's average. And he not give me nothing or show me nothing so far from me say he's different when it comes to big man football. And with his track record in a big man football, when he did the humble lion, he failed. So if that never work off, then he have to go give me something more to say, I believe Craig Butler can win this Jamaica Premier League in the next 3 years. But me not see nothing so far to say that.
The hardest job you can ever have in your life. I mean, tell anyone this in the world is dealing with people, pulling different personalities together and get them for work. As one. If you can do that, you can conquer the world.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So what I say is that just sometimes I don't like say the coach are good, but yeah, some people will just refuse to work together. You know what I mean? It's a very difficult task to get people to work together. I mean, we used to like run places where you work with 30 people. And there's one guy, there's two guys, you just can't work with them. Them just can't see it. Them just can't come, it just can't become one. But so what I say is that this guy, all right, you live in America?
Not me, man. Presser.
All right. When you go to a restaurant, right, and you see them grade them, say A and B. And people know say if you see B in a restaurant, it means that the food not good or it's dirty. You can have a broken light fixtures, a cracked tile, and the city give you a B. So what really I say is that Craig Butler there might be many things why him fail. You know what I mean? Just like many other coaches. There are just so much things why them can't fail. And on the topic of Lenny Hyde. Lenny Hyde to me, we grew up on Lenny Hyde. I mean, from Camper down to Clarendon College, do anything with football and play for Jamaica Boyz, blah blah blah. I will live like just like over the 1 block from where him live. You know what I mean? So we kind of bias when they come out to Lenny Hyde still, you know. Because we look up to Lenny, you know. I put where I come from, you know. I put more man, you know. We look up to Lenny Hyde, you know. But yeah, Craig Butler need to make Lenny work, you know.
Yeah. Just to address this comment, Trevor, I did not say that he failed at Mona. Keep up with the conversation, please. I said that he failed when he tried to step up in big man football, which is when he in an instinct at humble lion. Zine, that is where I said he failed. I did not say that he failed at Mona. So just keep on the ears out, my brother, please. Go through, man.
Yeah, so me really look forward to talking with you still, you know.
Yeah, man.
Just want a little more detail for make a little contribution and thing.
Mm-hmm.
Financially, me I talk about. You know what I mean? I just want to come and talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I really look forward because the conversation where you guys have. I mean, I don't want to go back and talk about other channels and stuff. But some people they just can't listen to them because they're not balanced, they're not objective, you know?
Yeah.
You can disagree, but you can listen to what somebody else has said.
Listen, you know, people beat me for not being objective at times, you know, but it's not that like I'm not objective. Is sometimes I feel like Jamaica is a society where if you say something that is not the norm or in accordance with people, them say not objective. You see me I say? Them say it's subjective or whatever the case is, which, you know, me did say Leon Bill no world class. I know people beat me for it, but I'm not going to say it's a fact, but I believe that he's not world class, you know. And, you know, people will beat it for that. People are going to say, oh, I'm not objective, or people might say not objective, you know them way there. But, you know, YouTube is YouTube. Everybody's different.
People to learn to take the hard truth, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Leon is not world class. Personally, I think Leon needs to be more humble.
Let me ask you this. What do you think about his performance against USA?
Below par, you know? Below par. I'm telling you something, man. You see, if you're a right winger or a left winger, you're supposed to up and down like a jigsaw. Don't tell me say you're an attacker or you're a defender or whatever. You're supposed to be in the attack and you come back and help. Up and down and score goals. If you can't do it, we have a problem with you. And the next thing, if you're going to tell me, say, why me only can play on the left side, you know, or on the right side, we have a problem with that. Especially if you play football from your little boy. Many of the players they must say in England and parts of the world, you can only use your right foot and your left foot. Who develop you? Many of these guys go to like good academies in Europe. Something is wrong with that. Because me play like a football. I'm not going to say I'm a great footballer. I play like a football. I'm a right foot player like growing up. Because I start playing early. But I develop my left foot. I lick it out of my left foot. See me like how I lick it out of my right foot. You understand? Because you got to put in the work.
But you know, remember, say players have preferred position where them perform better in compared to other positions. You get me? I say, and I think one thing with the Reggae Boyz team, with the previous coach, they always say when I like when players play out of position. You see me? I say, and even though Bailey's performance was below par, really and truly coming into this game, I didn't expect much from Bailey due to the fact that he wasn't on form at Villa.
Right.
You know, I was more hoping that he could have seen this game as a redemption arc in terms of give him that energy where he could have just find something and show the Jamaican people, in which he didn't find it, you know. But we have to factor in that he had injuries across the season so far and just not been at his best in terms of fitness, etc. You know, so hopefully going away in the second game can be a better game from him. You see me I say?
You know, this is the thing with me said, oh, let him come, don't beat him, lift him up. You understand? Yo, if you don't perform, then we are proud with you. Come, yo, all is forgotten. You understand? Just the way me see it. Because you're a human being. And sometimes
I know say that was the vibe in the stadium too. I don't know if you're there at the point, but bro, the stadium defend Bailey, the stadium cheer for Bailey, the stadium give him the support. Nobody never have the negative vibes. You never hear no mumblings. But what the boy you never hear nothing like that in our stadium. You see me?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the stadium there they are ready for this up USA. Be a bull boy, Pulisic get everything. So it was a hostile environment in my eyes. We'll create a good environment and a hostile environment when we'll be not ask the people in for. You see me? So bro, that's what make it even more disappointing. Because we got chances, we get the penalty in our time where if we score the penalty there, US stay under the push. You see me? Yeah. So it just so extremely disappointing. And now it's a harder task because not only that we're gonna go to their home, but they're gonna have back players with them that have out.
Right.
Them have team where they have they on yellow card suspension. Where remember them have to take Yunus Musa out of the midfield to put him wide in the game yard,
Yeah.
which is where we are getting now because that's what it make me just angry with Steve McClaren. Because imagine they are out and them have to come over yard and play a midfielder wide, which means if you play the game well, you're supposed to have USA a sit back and pin them back. But instead, we are at home. We have the crowd and we go with a defensive formation, sitting back. And bro, when I see the formation as the match kick off, I tell my friend where they're right beside of me, Zena watching can tell you this. I say, yo, we're going to concede in the first 5 minutes. And all we're going to concede is Pulisic are going to take the ball, turn, run through them two that they were in our midfield, and he either go score or create. And the first chance Pulisic get when he receive the ball upon the half turn, when he do, run directly between Casey Palmer and Lati Bodier. And as him go between them, one turn and one push of the ball and in between the two sitting midfielder them. See? And guess what? The man just play one ball through and Pepe. First shot, first goal.
Yeah, but what man
It was so easy to see why we go and play that type of formation in our game where we're supposed to be on the impetus to move. And it was seen because guess what? A second half, every change I ask him to make, second half make. The team I'm asking to start, it him start out the second half, bar Cephas for Gray. Can take off Gray and put on Cephas. 4-2-3-1. Aiden and Latibodier with Casey Palmer attacking me. Zane, we start second half and we look good. Then him take off Casey Palmer and put on Maggie Wanton. The whole game change. We start create because why?
Daniel, let me tell you something. Is it Casey Palmer? But watch him playing with him club. This guy doesn't run enough. You know, this guy
can't have the money in a two-man midfielder sit. He's lazy.
Yeah.
Brother, and that's where you see when the man come off and the first player must get clap off. And it wasn't a positive clap. The stadium clap him off, brother. Come off, I feel where I run him. Because, bro, brother, you see the specific situation when the man come off, and that is where a lot of people can't pick up when they now watch the game on TV. Brother, the man literally stop running and walk in our field. The whole stadium get dark. Same time, Steve McClaren call Maggie and say, yo, come. Oh, if you represent my country and I walk on the field, I'm a midfield, brother.
Roach, we see my foreigner player now. Me watch the guy is just jogging here and there. Just jogging here and there. No. You're supposed to run till you run out of breath. If you can't, at least you give 100 for 75 minutes.
Exactly. And Steve McClaren realized that. And I do not expect Casey Palmer anytime in the near future to be starting in a double pivot to protect no back line. Because he's not that player and he's lazy. And Steve McClaren see it. That's why I make the change second half.
Yo, man, I said to you, like, I look on the game and I say, yo, you build it from the back. But the guy with the ball have to be brave. You can't go side by side. Because look, if them claims that them shut us down, and we are come from the back, you make 2 steps and them brain start work. You pull them out of position, 2 steps, and them brain start work. Don't forget where them come for though. And there we just move from side to side, create space. Boom. And we break the lines. We break the first line. You have to be brave, man.
I'm gonna just take this comment, but not lie. And this is where we have to give Steve McClaren in props. Because if I should compare him to other coaches, yes, he make a mistake with the 11, but at least he rectify it as halftime come. He never wait to see how it go. That's another thing on me hate with Arteta sometimes. You see there's something now, and you still continue until in 80, 70, you just want to change it. So me have to give Steve McClaren, as Jay Wash game, and I say, in props. Him still say make a huge mistake with that 11 in first half, and as the second half start, he make the changes and the team start to play better. Zine, Mr. E say Gray and Palmer should be dropped, and I agree. Palmer should not be playing. Ravel Morrison got called up. Zine, I don't know if all of them did see it, but Ravel Morrison did get called up. In team actually posting saying get called up, and I got confirmation that he got called up. It's just a matter of if them can sort out that working visa for him fly in America and play. But Ravel Morrison should be in the squad. No, if Ravel Morrison is here, I don't want to see Casey Palmer starting on my top link, brother.
Look, if we don't start Ravel, it's game over.
Exactly.
You need somebody who is not afraid of the ball.
Bro, Casey Palmer get the ball and just let it go. The man, bro, you see that the first, before them even score, Jamaica could have been even 2-3. We had 3 opportunities to start an easy transition in them own a half, you know.
Yeah.
And Casey Palmer give the ball, you know. Either miss control, pass it when the player runs so. 3 times before USA score, we could have created 3 deadly opportunities on the transition. Catch them out. And this brother rush to pass the ball for a reason. See?
I know still, you know, me think it's a mental problem with this team. Them not mentally strong, you know.
Bro, as much as people are say, yo, as much as I say I don't want Hayden here, him there. And the fact that he's here, if you look for my starting level, I say him have to start.
Yeah.
Him and Latibird here have to start. Look how Jamaica dominate that midfield physically. See? Bro, a Concacaf listen, you can have some soft, lazy boy in our midfield, you know. Yo,
JC said, address the comment of him, please.
Yeah, why JFF not post something about Ravel, I'm not sure. I see him team post it for sure, but and I hear people close to the Jamaica Football Federation and say it have to do something with a visa. See, once that's sorted out, then he's supposed to be in the squad. So I heard that he was called, but there's something to do with a visa. But if it's sorted out, then he might play. So I think that is the issue, JC Guna, with Ravel. But I don't think him club would have posted and get called up if him not get called up. See? So I did reach out to somebody who close to JFF and them said that is the thing. You see me? The issue with Ravel. So maybe
Man United, Mike, you have no final thoughts before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, I go run now still, you know, but yeah, it's an uphill task Monday. You know, because we get the opportunity and we don't take it.
Big
But
joke.
I believe it's important for Ravel start.
Yeah.
You know, I think that is okay. Yo, somebody needs to love the ball like them girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, somebody needs to do that.
And not afraid to get on it. That's all this team need, you know. Not afraid to get on the ball. Somebody, why you think the team looks so good when Maggie come on? Because Maggie take the ball in my third, in my try to knit things together. Everything just start open up when you have somebody with no afraid to have the ball at them foot. If you don't see a pass on, you're not going to rush it.
Yeah.
You see me?
And me I go beat the players them. You need to make yourself available. You understand? Help the man with the ball.
But then I stayed him and I look at Isaac Hayden. He never played bad, but off the ball to me, he was poor. In the last 10 minutes of the game when the USA are shut down with a not really high press, but them step up and a lack of passing lanes.
Yeah.
And best believe Isaac Hayden was the defensive midfielder at the half line, you know. Tyreek Maggie have to walk, come down from field position to go take up the ball and try to progress it, you know. But 2 central midfielders, them at the half line away from the long ball, you know. I expect more from Isaac Hayden as somebody who only says the quality. When Isaac Hayden as the defensive midfielder at the half line, when we center back them, I struggle to progress the ball and don't want to go long because we need to clear the ball and create a chance. Where Isaac Hayden do a stand up half line, he not should have right in front of the back line. With somebody a try to make the play together to try and progress the ball. So it's either him never brave enough or never feel like saying could I do it, or that was instruction from the coach. And I refuse to believe say that's instruction from the coach because I've not seen that. Somebody if I brave him brave, and that's the reason why I have to tell my brother, you have to play football. Demarai Green now playing football, look how him look like cluster. Isaac Hayden now playing a real football, look how him look like cluster. Zine, you have to play football. When you play, you're confident. Play against some little reserves and some little boy. Of course, you're confident when you play against some little boy. Zine, but when you come against a big man, them know a different level of confidence you need in order to do the things them what you need to do. You see me? Come on, bro.
Don't cut no still, but I think so we need more commitment from the players, you know? Yeah. You're not supposed to walk.
Yeah. Yeah, man, big up yourself still. I don't believe saying a JC Goma. No, sir, which Norman Campbell? Norman Campbell can't play central mid or come.
So this time you're live on a Saturday?
Normally, man, we are trying to mix it up now, the based on availability. But normally it's Friday at 5 p.m. Sunday, we normally switch it up because the matches they might have play. Like if JPL matches are play or other people they live, we might wait until the space free up. You see me? But you can definitely get up on Friday more like 5 And normally around 5 them time. But sometimes you see who pop up with a morning live or afternoon live like this. It just depends. You see me? But what you can do, just turn on the post notification. The right on the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Just turn it on, hit the bell, and click on all. You see, if you click on all, anytime we post a video, you're supposed to see it pop up.
Oh, yeah, we do that already still, you know.
Well, I'm not sure what's going on.
On it, sometimes it's kind of busy and so.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, man.
look,
Big up.
I go look out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Big
man.
up. Say. Move on to the next topic. Soon.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right, people. Yeah, we can't wait for that segment. I know people. But we delve into the Reggae Boyz now. So, Reggae Boyz played the US men's national team. When Thursday at the National Stadium, right? 8 p.m. game, and obviously Jamaica lost 1-0. Now, I did watch about the game. I was gonna watch it a third time just to kind of see a bit more, but 2 times I think it was enough for me. Is it me? I say. So let me say this now, people. So we all saw the starting lineup. Let me just
Oh, I see it now, Jason Goon. I see it. Lemon cap. That not sound too righty, bro. Go back to the drawing board for that one.
Let me just bring it up on screen. So listen now, people. Listen, because they can have some opinions I really agree with, and that is life. And enough people me see them bash the team, and I kind of think it's over the top. It's a bit overboard. So in terms of this formation, it was a 3-4-3. So Andre Blake in goal, Dexter Mbikisa, right wing back. You have Mason Holgate, Amar Bell, Damian Lowe, Greg Lee as the left wing back. Leon Bailey played the right wing, Demarai Gray played left, and there was a midfield of Casey Palmer and Joel Atibodi and Shemar Nicholson as the number 9 due to the fact that Antonio wasn't available, right? And Antonio did do an interview recently. He has an academy in Ghana, and he was talking about, his love for Ghana and them type of thing there, and just giving the youth them opportunities and them type of thing there. So big up to Mikel Antonio. Now, in terms of this game, people, right? In terms of this game, the standout players for me are one player we can really hold them head up high, or I would say it would be Joel Atibodier for me, right? Isaac Caden to an extent as well. I think the little 45 minutes he did well.
Shamar Nicholson, brother.
Shamar Nicholson as well. So for me,
Damian Lowe too. Lowe step up the match, bro.
Yeah, me enough people are cuss Damian Lowe. I don't know the reason as to why they are cuss Damian Lowe. Yes,
Let me tell you, because Jamaican people, them not made things in the broader landscape. I'm tell you why they are this up low. Because at the last 5 minutes of the game, when we are trying to progress the ball, but another defender them fault. Zine, another defender them fault, and the defender them don't want to kick with the ball. Because if we kick with the ball, we just have to lose it. So they might try to keep the ball and pass it around and wait for midfield options to come. And the midfield options them never did a show. So that's why a whole lot of that's why the team did so, not team, some of the fans them did upset with Lowe because the man made something in the last 5 minutes of the game. But them now forget to the man about good performance in the entirety of the match, dog. They have to give him props for your man will always at this him. You see me?
And let me say this, right? I know say make a step. Listen, people, you see the goal will eventually score upon Jamaica. Yes, Damian Lowe have to take blame a little bit, but people, in terms of the pressing in that game, the lack of pressing allowed that goal. When you leave players like Pulisic and them people there in the open space like that, and them can get a turn and then play the ball in behind, you're bound for in a trouble. You get me? I say so. Yes, Damian Lowe must take a little bit of responsibility.
Believe when I tell you it's a midfield problem that
Yeah, that me I say, brother. Where you switch up?
Sorry about that. The man name, the man name run literally right through in a dog. Yo, fix up the studio there, dog. I'm gonna know how I go and don't mess up the studio, dog. Which one of them? Yeah, but the point I try to make is at the midfield issue that dog. You see me? Look how Pulisic take up the ball and turn. Chop him down. Kill him. Brother, I'm literally laying I want a grandstand, dog. I'm here the fans over grandstand come here and say, dog, kill him instant. When you have the man I walk through, when you have the man I turn and I walk right through the two man them, brother, go watch back in video the goal score. The man take out the ball, yes, so, and turn, go right through Casey Palmer and Lucky Body here. So the man go through midfield, brother. Not if you have a man go through midfield, so easy. No, you could have 3, 4, 5 defender. The defender them are going to have to keep them shape. You can't ask the defender them to step. Zine, the man just play the ball right through, bro. The thing just hurt my soul. It hurt my soul. I just see it coming. I don't think we can cuss with the players because at the end of the day, if the system never fit the players, it not go work. And Casey Palmer is not a defensive midfielder. He's not supposed to shield no back line. He's lazy. He does not tackle. So if you have somebody like that to shield the back line, look how when Isaac Caden come on the field, I come on dribble pass him. Best believe them now run left him. Because I'm chop them down. How much time Isaac Caden make professional fouls in the game? And he need to get a yellow card. I think he did, but that was later though. You need them players there, dog. We know for mastermind, gamesmanship in our midfield, brother. You can't have Casey Palmer them sit down and try to protect backline, dog. That how go happen. If Pulisic passes so early, you cannot allow the man to run on for your backline, brother. Take him out. Kill him instant. A big joke thing, dog. And that's why at the end of the day, more because Casey Palmer, but at the end of the day, me have to bring it back to the coach. Because you cannot put players in a position like that when they're not familiar with it. It's only cause for chaos. And the moment you switch him in a rightful position, him start to look a little bit better. He was still crap, but him start to look a little bit better. And we need, brother, we need to have this. And this is the point we need to try to make. You there, Presser? Hey, boy.
Yeah.
This is the point we need to try to make. Zine with Meran Garden. Now, when we play USA, last time in the Nations League, up at them yard, when we scored early goal, Zine, I think it was Greg Lay, we scored early goal, and Corey Burke scored one goal in the last second of the game, so they got extra time. A lot of people will say, yes, we did well, we defended well, the formation did work. But to me, the formation worked in that specific context, in that specific game. But that's not something more for see Jamaica I use going forward. And the reason why that worked is because we had a whole lot of players out. And that was the last resort. We didn't have to play. You see me? We didn't have to play that way. We didn't have to just park the bus and hope. And so be it at the start of the game, Greg Lay get a little lucky goal and we managed to see ourselves in a situation so we could at least win the game. But remember good, we never have the Leon Bailey. I think Demarai was injured, maybe never start. No, Mikel Antonio was there. I think Shamar Nicholson did must have a yellow card suspension. I think Shamar Nicholson did start. Remember say a Jamal Lowe start the game there, with our next brother, you know.
Let me just say this, right?
Bro, may I tell you, dog, you see them, bro, that game is nothing compared to this game when we did supposed to play America. Because we had our players. We had our players. We did not need to go at the national stadium and start on the back foot and try to defend and break and park no bus. So that formation should have never been started. Should never.
More make me land like airplane at the bow in them. You see me? No, first of all, shadow strike, big up yourself. Let me tell you this. Players give away goals countless amount of times in game, but it doesn't mean that they never play well overall. Like, get me, I say, like, yes, him step up a bit too early or too quickly or whatever the case is. Yes, Jamaica concede. No, the onus should be on Jamaica in terms of how we respond in terms of getting level with them. But it don't mean that just because Damian Lowe give away a goal, him can't have a good game or never have a good game. I think he had a good game. And out of all of the defenders in the game, he had the highest match rating in this game as well. Now, I just want to bring up some on screen for the people them in terms of like Jamaican pressing.
Hold on, one second before you do that. I am not saying Meran Garden, Conrad, but now say Meran Garden for being a coach, you know. I'm actually against him because I feel like him whispering at Steve McClaren ears and tell him to start the five at the back there. You see the picture the way man them post pants something there when they must sit down and try to discuss tactics. And that him whispering at boy ears and tell him saying to start back five. Because just brother Steve McClaren, go through Steve McClaren history. That man is not a back five coach. So why all of a sudden he want to play back five? Make sure you turn off the sound here.
What?
Make sure you turn off the sound if you have to play the clip.
Yeah, people. Just when you look on the still frame, I get me and say, I'm not going to slow it down as well for you can see. I'm not going to play everything. But I just want to show you how the lack of pressing caused this goal. You have to depend on players like White and Rice. Look at the sequence of play, people. Look at where Pulisic is. Pulisic is right here when he received the ball.
Stop it now. Stop it now. Look where he pick up the space here. Look at what two midfielder did. Latibo here and Casey Palmer. Now a real defensive midfielder like an Isaac Caden that is playing in that situation. Play it now. He might make the step there for Laka. Stop it. Put it back little more. Me tell you when to stop it. Go through. Stop it now. A real defensive midfielder out of the goal side already. Him would have the goal side already for lock off that. There's no way the ball supposed to pass. And you, in that position, the man can easily just take the ball and turn. You have to look on the space. You are the protector of that back line. Continue play. Casey Palmer, I talk about Jason Guna. Play it now. Watch it. Pass it. Even though they nowhere near. You not tell me say low step up. Low have to step up. Why it's not going in that situation there? Because the midfield get beaten so easily. It's one mistake because a ripple effect on the entire team. A team that has not been playing a back three. That has not been playing a back three. This has been a back four team. So there's one mistake that is going to affect the team. This is not Low's fault.
And people, more say this as well, right? More just want to look with the arrow there, right? Well, not go see, but just look at where Casey Palmer specifically is, right? This is Latibo here, right, and Pulisic, right? Right, you might go up on the shoulder, a Latibo here, off I'm right shoulder, right? Look at where Casey Palmer is, people. People, once Pulisic smart enough to just drop off of the shoulder, and the man even point him on and call for the ball. People, you know how confident of a baller you have to be for the in between two midfield players and put your hand for call for your ball to eventually turn between two central midfielders, people. You know the confidence you have to have.
I ain't gonna get chopped down. Then
people, the man literally, people, the man drop off of the shoulder and even call for the ball. Look what Casey Palmer is doing. The man can't come between two of our central midfielder themselves, people. The man can't come through to our central midfielder themselves. I could get J. Thompson on the board. J. Thompson, big up yourself. The confidence of Pulisic have to even play about the ball and call for the ball between two midfielders and then go through the two man them. It's a madness down there. J. Thompson, big up yourself.
Yeah, well, man. Even, man.
Yeah, man.
Even, man. Yeah, what I'm trying to say from the longer time, great, me not think great ready for the football, to be honest. And as the way you did I say before about Casey Palmer and everybody, him should have make a tackle. That's between Gray and Latibody right there when he make the pass. Them should have pressed forward for that ball. So I would have said Low made a mistake right there because him have to press to go tackle after him pass the two midfielder right there.
He don't have to press.
So if him don't press,
Go through Jason.
if him don't press, him going to have free space with the back line same way.
And,
Yes,
and I think one thing as well, Jason. I think when you're playing a back three, you are inclined to step up in certain situations because you're supposed to have cover in theory. No,
Exactly.
what I'm saying
Yes,
is Low
and
might
in theory,
have made a mistake. But I am not going to blame Low for this goal. You know why?
No.
Because the midfield is supposed to get beaten so easily.
No,
No
I
way.
agree.
In
I
my
agree.
eyes, one mistake will lead to another mistake. So I'm not going to blame man who make a lot of mistake.
Correct. I would agree there. The problem start the minute Pulisic get in front of or beside Latibo there and he played a one touch back to Johnny right there. So the minute he then shifts to your right, he gets too attracted to Johnny with the football. Why does he inch towards Johnny and leave Pulisic in that space? If he's going to do that, he would need to be communicating with Palmer to say, get tighter to me so that I can take care of the ball in
But
front
you
of
can't
me.
stop it. But look at Casey Palmer's body language again. That doesn't scream to me a player that wants to protect this back line.
Yeah, man.
Because if you want to protect this back line and you're that type of player, which we have in the team now and did not start him, then you are going to lock off that you are going to be goal side. Because guess what? Even if you leave that man that is between Casey Palmer and Leon Bailey as a defensive midfielder, right? To go and occupy that midfield space that Latibo here had left. The most him can do is go wide, you know. And if him go wide to the player, then Leon Bailey will press him.
That's
right?
where I think.
But that natural defensive midfielder is going to lock that space. He was reactive because he should not be playing there. And that's why I keep on saying I have to give it to the coach in this situation. Casey Palmer for the say in first place.
Yeah, and we've said this many times. And I think the problem is,
the problem he faced is, well, he clearly don't have no trust in Karai Anderson, right? Because he's the more natural player in this position, but he don't put him there. He always put Casey Palmer there. So he just think Palmer is better than him. Fair, fine. The other problem is we have a player like Hayden who do the role to a T. If Hayden them on the field right there, so I
Like
guarantee
Casey Baba.
Pulisic can get fouled or he might
Yeah.
get tackled or something,
Exactly.
because that not gonna happen there. So, but the problem is we know Hayden couldn't give it 90 minutes. So, you know, and I think also you guys started out this portion of the show saying the formation was too defensive at home. Is that true? That's
Oh, that's a different. Not me.
No, for
Okay,
me,
so-
it was negative. I wouldn't say defensive. I would say negative.
Okay.
It did not. You mess up too many things that you already had going well. For me, you had a back four that was going well. You had a specific system that was going well. You had the players now that were even better to play that system. The Leon Bailey, the Isaac Hayden, Shamar Nicholson is back. So why are we reverting? Why are we going back to something that we haven't practiced enough? The team is not familiar with enough in a game like this.
But is that fair? Is that fair to say the team is not familiar with it? All the people that played besides Holgate, because he wasn't there yet, they have played this system for Jamaica before in this calendar year. So I don't think it was such a stretch.
Not in this context. I don't believe so.
Let me say this, Jason. For the people that we talk about, you see, this is what I'm like with some of the Reggae Boyz fans, right? I'm gonna be honest with you now. When Honduras come to Jamaica and he hated them and them team there and them, you know, them forward and play and we can hardly beat them. The last time we scored a goal at the stadium was against Dominican Republic in a World Cup qualifiers. We barely even inched the 3 points in that game there. You see me, I said, Jason? And we struggle to beat these teams. Me not see the same energy when we struggle to beat them team compared to the USA. You get me? I say, so I'm like, why are we to even go out there and think, say, oh, all of a sudden we must just beat the USA? Like, where we get this confidence from? You see me? I say, when you can't beat Haiti properly, when you can't beat Honduras, but you still want to just walk up on USA and believe, say, oh, them never played them best ball game, but all of a sudden you go beat them. When they struggle to score home, I struggle to even compete properly against teams at the national stadium. You see me? I say, so for me, this formation it wasn't a formation problem. It was just that I think that we lost this game by fine margins, if I'm going to be honest.
I think we need to look at.
I think it's a selection problem too.
Yeah,
You
look,
can't ask a man like that to protect my back line. Never, ever, ever, ever.
yeah, I think.
I have a question also.
Make
Why-
Jason go first, and then you can go through Thompson.
No, what I was going to say is that's a part of the issue, Gunnar, because it's just the selection of the team. As I said, I just mentioned the players that we could have played instead of Casey in that area. I know a lot of people would say start McGee, but I'll tell you the honest truth, McGee would have the similar issue covering the of a back four, so or a back five or whatever back it is. So I don't think he's the answer there either. So unless the man's going to give some faith in Karai, who I think has the energy to maybe cover the space better, or just say Hayden run till your foot drop off, then we're going to run into this issue because again in the second leg now, we see Hayden in the 45 minutes. I thought he was brilliant in the 30 minutes, and the last 15 minutes he was out of gas. He couldn't run anymore. So he can't. If you start him not gonna give you much more than 50 minutes, 60 minutes. So we're going to have this issue if the man don't want to play Karai Anderson in the midfield every time.
Blessed evening, Jenks.
Yeah, man, big up, big up. J Thompson, one sec, Louis. J Thompson, did you have something you want to say?
Yeah. I'm asking a question. Why they have such a good player like Kahim Dixon and he's not being played in the games and he can really defend well and on the attacking move he's a person who always can give a shot on goal and even on target. Why he's grade starting over Kahim Dixon right there? I want to ask
Carla, I can ask you a question.
Yeah,
So you're saying him should have started where Gray started, right?
exactly.
Okay, so you don't want Sifa start, you want Dixon start.
Of course, this guy is a complete baller. He's a young baller, and he delivers when he plays. The little minutes that he give him, he plays, and you're just seeing that over and over, and he's still not been started. Same like Holgate. Why Holgate have a style play like the olden days football? I see him, I think, in Honduras match. He play about I tell you, 10 to 15 long balls, and at about one or two of them pull up, and he's still playing the long ball same way and not playing through the middle to the forward. These are the things that I'm talking about. I'm wondering if the coach is not seeing what's really happening and seeing how the game is being played, because I think these are the footballers that should be coming off, and they also not playing at the young baller King. I think King is a quality centre back also.
One question, caller. Yeah, good afternoon to the panelists and to the
Yeah, man, big up here.
commenters and listeners. The last game you saw Dixon started, was he impressive?
Which game is that? I haven't seen Dixon started it in a
Dixon
game.
started against Dominica in the World Cup qualifiers.
Well, one I target that he scored, got himself in situations. But I really think Dixon is the answer against United States. But I like you, Jay Thompson. Does it mean?
Why would I say that?
Bro, like, where you go? I don't think so. I think CFAS, in these specific games, the margins are so tight, you need to have something where I go really stand out that is going to affect the game. And in this case, CFAS has something which is his spacing behind that did affect the game. Now, in a case like that, you can look on it and say, all right, this is almost 9 out of 10 times CFAS space is going to threaten these guys when we play a ball through, take them on. Can you say the same for Dixon? No. So you have to look on it. If we give Dixon the ball to foot, how is he going to affect the game with the ball to foot? Is Dixon going to take the ball and turn and drive at players like how Pulisic did? No, he's not that type of player. So he does not have that edge to me for me say he would have been the difference. Maybe it's just a case where you want to just see the ball because where you are not good enough. But you have to really look at the specific qualities that a player is going to bring to affect a game. I'm going to think Dixon has any other.
I think that's the case. I think with Reggae Boyz fans, a lot of them just want to see King. I think most of them want to see King and Dixon just because of King and Dixon, you know. It's never about whether the player can add
because the local connection.
You know.
All right. So Chung, so I've been listening, and I myself and Presser was on a different forum, I think, a few days ago. So I kind of know his view. It was yesterday. I kind of know his views in regards to some of the situation in the Reggae Boyz team. The question I want to raise though is the midfield situation that we're talking about. Was Jamaican midfield ever look good? Since we had a midfield that looked good, especially in the defensive mid or the CDM position.
In the second half of the USA game.
That's this game, right?
Yeah.
All right. So before now, when have that ever happened?
Never. And that's why it hurt my soul. Say we had the solution. Start the solution till him dead out there, and then you can manage.
What was the solution?
The same player where we're forward and come up the midfield.
Gunner, come on, man. We could not put the coach in his rightful mind could not get a player that is not playing regularly, that is hardly making the bench, that is in reserve, and throw him in the Lions then.
Here we are. What Steve McClaren saying in press conference?
We could not have put.
No, I agree with you, but guess what? Me I work off away, coach. I say, Presser, when the man look for we and tell we as media, the man say Isaac Caden play games. Not true.
Yeah.
No, we ask him which football games Isaac Caden play.
Gunners.
Not only that, Gunners. If you listen to the party too, the man say a lot of things that only really count for certain people. So him tell we say him not pick a player because him not get no minutes. Me ask about the player. That same player me ask about just win player of the month in club. But him not there back in the team. So sometimes you have to just, I mean, him go say things where if you go to a next player, the criteria change. Because same Dixon where the brother called for just now on the phone. Sorry, I don't know your name, but no disrespect. If Dixon not playing no game neither. Dixon get 3 minutes from the last window at Charlton, enough 3 minutes.
So the thing is, why I asked the question earlier, caller, and Gunners, is because I am saying I don't want to kill Casey Palmer too much, because what Casey Palmer did is what 100 midfielders have been doing since we got the judge, Grant. Grant was the only one who came, and that is from World Cup qualifiers,
Yo,
who
when you read
came up
Grant,
actually did something.
brother,
So
Grant
the,
remind me of Thomas Party himself in a Jamaica colours.
so the
That me I
worst,
tell
the
No,
worst
come on, Gunners, man. Jesus.
the
Really?
major problem we have in midfield, is not pass off the ball, pass. Yes,
And
that to
defending.
show you how bad our team is that passing the ball is really bad, and it's still not the worst problem. The worst problem in midfield is tackling. And I've been
Yes.
saying that for about 5 years now. We cannot find somebody in the middle who will tackle. Yes, Latif Bodier will put a foot and will tackle now. We have to give thanks for that. Casey Palmer will track and try recover after what Latif Bodier do, which is still better than what 50% of those who came before him did. So we still have that major problem there where nobody in the midfield will put a foot. And if nobody in the midfield putting a foot, then we will have the 90 minutes of pressure on our defense, and we all know that pressure bust pipe and one goal.
Exactly. So, Carla, this is what
Yeah, I'm hearing.
this
Yeah, go
young
through.
player is a person who tackles in the midfield and can also distribute the
Which player is that? We're not hearing the name, Gunners. You hear it?
I'm not here.
More upon the angle with McClaren.
Yo, Press, I'll go through the show, dog. But
Yes, I think that's the answer, people. The player that I'm talking about don't exist.
Oh, the player don't exist. Okay, must.
What do you mean by the player don't exist?
But we're not
So
hearing
player
you.
who is it?
Say that again.
who is the player we are talking about?
For the midfield,
Yeah.
Yes.
I just say Kyle Dixon.
Carla,
Right.
man, please,
So you
Carla.
want to move? So you want to move the wing? You want to move the winger / forward, going a midfield to go tackle?
But if they're gonna play Nicholas or Anthony forward,
Please, Carla. He's not a midfielder like that, Carla. For the role that we are talking about. All right. So we don't want
That's
to
the problem. That's the problem. We as fans, we don't really pre-balance of team. We just pre-name and we
Bro,
throw them
best
on the
believe,
paper.
I'm gonna tell you this. Best believe I take a Uber because we decide to not drive, because I'm in situation where we are going. So we take a Uber after match. And the rest of someone in a car drive Uber and the man tell me say Jamaica to play 3-6-1. And when me I get man attack and then me I did that, we hear man attack, me attack and the 6 there.
Yeah, Maggie Dixon. Fling Cephas tonight. Fling.
Bro, the man
everybody
I
now.
say, man I say, coach now in a sense, you don't know where the coach them get them badges from. The man I say, yo, Dixon, Cephas, the whole line attack them man I say for starting night. Say, yo,
You know,
when you really
alright.
make it in that, them man you are cooked.
Let me say this with the Reggae Boyz team, right?
Them man they smoke with
Let me say this with the game, right? You see, listen, 5-4-1 formation. We never press well in certain moments. I think the second half when we switched the formation, it was better. But again, I just feel like we just have to find the correct balance. If Demarai Gray had scored that penalty and Jamaica walks away with a draw, nobody would be talking about the personnel. You see me? You would have fought in the game in which you'd have said, we need to improve on that. But come on, man.
If Demarai scored that penalty, we would have seen more goals than the game for me, because it was an open game. And one of them things there, I think that would have just caused for more chaos if they goal. Because the atmosphere would have up, the fans would have up even more. The fans were good enough, but when they miss a penalty, it just down for you.
So that's why I want to ask you, Gunners.
After the miss. True.
Gunners, so why you keep mentioning about the defensive formation? Because really and truly, the defensive formation is just on paper,
Thank you. Gunners, to that end, come they want to say this from the first card.
Yeah.
When we played them the last time in March and we had a similar setup, there was one major difference in it. One of the forward players was Bobby Reed. which meant that in essence it was really a 3-5-2 because you know Bobby Reed going to join in the midfield. The difference in this game that I saw, he took the risk of saying, okay, Demarai, Shamar, and Leon, uno press high. We don't really want to drop back so deep. And the problem with that was because they were high, Greg Lee and Lembikisa were stuck in the back line. And I think that's what people were upset about. I heard Presser mention it as well. If we're going to play a wing-back system and the wing-backs don't push up, what's the point? The point is we had two players up beside Shamar staying high. So there was no need for those players to be high when we were building up the play. And because of that, if you notice, when we started to turn them over in midfield, when the midfielder came out and they brought in Tillman, we turned them over like 3-4 times in the midfield, and we had opportunities with numbers because he took the risk of playing 3 attacking players and telling them stay up there, don't come back.
And for me, the difference with that game and this game is we did not have majority of our players available, and we had to play that specific way. Remember, we had a whole lot of key players out. Zine, we are something we did have to do. No one was expecting Jamaica to go up there in America and try for attack and create chances. I believe we were all happy with how Jamaica set up in that game. We did lucky to get the goal, believe it or not. We catch them goal, we get the goal.
Yeah, but why was it when I just explained the tactics of how it was set up? People shouldn't have been upset with the tactic because it actually worked. We limited USA. Apart from the first 10 minutes, we limited them big time. A 25 shot pace in a match, 25
from second half.
But listen,
about 10 of them was first half and 15 in the second.
And this is why in this game, Jason, we line up with the same defensive formation basically, right? And we limited the USA. And I'm saying to people, if you're coming up against a better opponent, you're going to try everything in your power to stop this opponent from, overpowering you, right? And other than the goal with them score and the chance for them get in behind with Andre Blake make that one-on-one save. I mean, and the 83rd minute
there was one more with Pulisic in the first little part, and he put it over the bar. But after that,
that the one he put over the bar. But how many other chances did USA create where we were like, I just the one other one with Damian Lowe try to make the clearance and he never make a good clearance, and then
it was two in the second half that came directly from this defensive mistake. One from Lowe, one from Woolgate.
May I add to that?
But I still think we limited them. You get me? And I'm saying whenever you have a team that is not as good as the opponent, you try to. Manchester United play City before and beat them with 5 at the back. And Manchester United is not at the same level. I hear nobody complain. Wow, you want United to go there and commit suicide against City? No.
Let me add to that.
Even in that 5 at the back, don't need have Casemiro play football.
Brother, I talk before Casemiro and United, brother. Only play 5 at the back and beat them.
Somebody in that midfield where did do something, and that is my case. It was, as you said, there was no balance. Let me just put it that way.
But look, again,
as a fan and someone that have watched football, 1 second. I've watched football for a long period of time. Could look to my virgin behind me and tell him exactly when the goal I go score and how it go score. There's a big issue. Christian Pulisic, you cannot give him space from the first minute of the game when we see them set up. We know that he was going to exploit that space right in between the man. He do exactly that. You cannot have them two man there playing on the midfield, brother. So yes, we created chances, but we also conceded chances. It means Christian Pulisic should score if the left foot shot when get.
So Gunners, so why they didn't score? Why they didn't do it again then, Gunners?
What you say?
Why didn't they do it again?
Because in the second half,
they scored.
It's a game of periods, right? So they had their period in the first half. We had our period. They had a period again with them create a chance, and then it was level for me. But in the second half, we were majority dominant. Most of the second half, we were dominant. Why?
Let me say this, right? I think we're too focused.
And Steve McClaren said it himself. He basically come out in an interview, and the only thing he say is that I made a mistake. But with everything else when he said is, we realized that there was a big issue. What we were planning, it looks like if it wasn't gonna work. So we had to get more control of the game. We had to bring Hayden on, and he did well. We had to bring Cephas on, and he did well. So he realized that there was a huge hole and there was a huge problem in his plan. And let
me say this, right? Let me say this. I think with this game, we're too focused on the defensive aspect. The question should be, did Jamaica do enough going forward to equalize? We missed the penalty.
Yes, we did enough, and the reason I support this formation
Did enough in what?
110%.
Demarai got a penalty, the keeper save it. Leon Bailey corner kick, the keeper save it. We probably should have got a second penalty, but other than that, see if our shots were off target. What else did Jamaica do where we could have said, yo, we should have actually walked away with like a draw in that game? We never do much. Stop focus.
A whole lot of chances. You
Bro, stop focus on the defense. We limited them compared to the last time that we played them. So that is obviously an improvement. If you hold on. If you play a team, if you play a team in 2 games.
I've not mentioned the mid defense once. My entire
up and running, get a talk. Up and running, big up yourself. Unmute your mic.
Yeah, there's a plane in the background. Yeah.
That good, man.
Yeah. The thing is this, when we analyze our football, our football have a long way to go, Our football has a long way to go. And we get bits and batch players. Like Latibodier, he's good in defensive, but he lacks something else. You find that Maggie good technically, but he can't take a shot and he has no goal assist. You just find bits and batch players, and with that now the team is unbalanced. America team is not great, but they have players that willing to fight. They see they close down the players, they lose the ball, they fight back for it. That's what we are lacking. We don't have players that's gonna fight when we lose the ball. It's like we don't see that effort. Yeah, we don't see that effort as a team, cohesiveness to get back the ball in very quickly, and that's what we lack in the work ethics. And some people believe that we don't need to work. Some players don't need to work. Some players should go there as luxury, and we can't have that because Pulisic is not a luxury player, but he's the best player on the park, and he's not a luxury player. So it's this Jamaican mindset, is that's what's killing our footballers. So it's a mindset we have towards the game. That's my just 2 cents right now. I'll just continue listening.
So let me say this, right? I definitely agree with you, but again, I just feel like this game, yes, the formation was defensive, but again, when you come up against a better opponent, you're trying to nullify them. I'm not know where Jamaicans get this sense of entitlement that, you can't beat the hate to them of the world, you hardly can beat Honduras, you hardly can beat Nicaragua, you couldn't beat Cuba at home, and the entitlement about all of a sudden we should just beat the United States despite them not having a... But that's how someone talk, bro. You get myself because I say, the formation is too defensive.
We're saying
let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I think with Jamaica and USA, it's a psychological aspect that comes into play as to why we cannot beat them. And this is why I felt like the coaching staff did not go with the 4-2-3-1 in the first half compared to the second half. I'm going to draw an example. Let me draw an example. When Arsenal used to play City over the years, right? Especially in a winger last time, and Unai Emery, the one them get beat left, right, and center by Liverpool and City. You see me I say? And them used to try different formations and whatever the case is, different personnel. I know say one time Maitland Niles or whatever the case is used to play at different position and all these type of foolishness, right? And when Arsenal eventually got better people with better players, them start with the psychological aspect in terms of how them play against Liverpool and City. It started to get like it became different. They get massive because they're more confident in terms of the abilities of the players, etc., etc. Them are players that can actually play the respective positions, and eventually them start to go on and beat the cities of the world and the Liverpools of the world. And I think that Jamaica is facing a similar problem in the sense that we don't have the players with the abilities that we probably want. So this is why some of the times we now go get the best of the United States, because that psychological aspect, we struggle in that to get massive until we get little better players. Then eventually I think we can start beat them. But in terms of how the team play, I just think that that's the acceptable way of playing against the USA.
All right. The thing in regards to that, Presser, even with the formation, we have seen where in recent times both our wing backs, so to speak, or left backs and right backs, we see where they score wonderful goal. In recent time, Greg Lee did that header. I think that was in the third place playoff for the Nation League. And we see just before that, we see where Lambakisa did a screamer of shot. I think that's the best goal for Jamaica for this year, the Lambakisa goal. So what I'm saying that the lineup is still was still at attacking prowess within it, because we know that. But the problem is Greg Lee, and I'm not sure if he's not playing for his club. He always look windy from a longer time, and now he look even more windy. So he look like he cannot go forward and come back. Lambakisa, who was one of our standout players in the summer, at Gold Cup, not summer, but Gold Cup, who we would have thought would have reached even higher now, playing even in the Premier League, because he was at Wolves when we were introduced to him. We see where Lambakisa is going backward. I don't know if that Copa, the Copa Cup, if that did some damage to his psyche. But we see where Lambakisa is not going forward as he used to, and his tackling is not that accurate like he used to. Yes, he was going up against Pulisic, and yes, he won a few of the battles with him, but his confidence is not there. So that's what I believe the Jamaican team need, is just confidence. Remember in the Gold Cup, when we went in the Gold Cup and Nation League, we were super confident. And then Copa came, and after Copa, everything just gone back from square one. And that is a Jamaican program that we have to deal with.
More like even add to that point, right? And this is where I'm going to show Reggae Boyz fans unfair in this game. You see me? 23-man squad. Andre Blake never played football for about a month. Lembikis, a new club, not really get much game, right? Damon Lowe back-to-back red cards when him just go him club. Greg Lee hardly play for him. Not hardly, but you get me, I say. Amar Bell had an injury this season, returning from the injury since recently. Mason Holgate just start get games until recently. 3 games back-to-back or whatever the case is, right? You have Isaac Caden, who isn't playing any form of football. You have Casey Palmer, who hasn't been bad this season. Start the season strongly with Hull City. You have West Nile midfield, Cara Anderson, who get games for Charlton, but sometimes few occasions in play out of position, right? And he's not a 6 as well. He's not a 6, although we never really play a 6, but yeah. Who else we need to talk about? Demarai Gray not making the match day squads for his team, Al Ettifaq. Leon Bale is struggling with the injuries. Shemar Nicholson, one of the better players. And I'm saying to myself, I'm hearing fans complaining about Jamaica must go attack the man them rare. But you have a squad with players who are not in the best of form. So how are you going to just go out there, all guns out, and expect to just attack against a United States team where they have players in wonderful form, if not some of them the best form of their life, when we have players who are out of form and not at the fittest and not the fittest? So this sense of entitlement from Reggae Boyz fans and about play this formation and go beat USA and all this type of bullshit, it's stupid. Because you guys don't talk in context about the players that we have within the team that is not on form and is hardly getting game time. And how are you going to get the best out of some of these players when they hardly play football and they're not in the best forms of their life? Like, be real with yourself. If Arsenal go play Man City tomorrow and they're not in the best of form, you expect them to just walk against Man City and beat them like that? I don't like how some people reason football with the Reggae Boyz team, bad man.
I agree 100% with you, Presser. I thought we did well. I thought we played well. Based on the recent matches we had against Honduras, Nicaragua, and Cuba, and we basically played nothing. Only thing we got a good result against Honduras. I thought Jamaica did well against United States because I wasn't expecting us to have a 40% possession of the ball. I was expecting us to have 19%.
And again, how are you going to get the best out of players when they're not on form? Enough man, a big hypocrite because them say, the national team is not a place where you come feel like dep on forget form or whatever the case is. You see me? Me hear people say that. Me hear people on Ryan Stream talk about Jamaica get 6-0 big deal and them people there and me not believe and because them things that Jamaica will get thumped up with the USA. And the USA, in fact, them have a better coach in comparison to what they had previously, Mauricio Pochettino. So Jamaica had to play with a bit of fear factor against the USA and a bit of precaution. We did that. The coach realized, okay, let me change certain things. He was proactive. And it's 1-0, people. It's 1-0. We can still do something away from home in which we're a better away team than a home team. So I don't see why people like make it seem like, all is dead or whatever the case is. Like, come on, people. You can't have the sense of entitlement when individual players are not playing particularly well for their clubs. Like, be honest with yourself, bro. Be honest.
And you know the reason for that, Presser, our gunners? One reason for that. You guys hearing me?
Yeah.
One reason for that is because they are not truly Reggae Boyz fans. They are bandwagonists. They are not the guys who've been here with you guys when you started YouTube every week in, week out, and we're watching the Jamaican team breaking it apart and being objective. These are the fans who saw a new coach, heard that the coach haven't gotten beaten in 4 matches, and believe Jamaica is on to a great thing. When if they should have really watched and analyzed those 4 games, we didn't play not one thing in any of those games. So how do we expect to come and play good now?
And this is what I say. We couldn't be Cuba. We never seen have the same energy against a 10-man Cuba compared to when have against a good team in the USA. They never play them best game. But come on, people. You struggle. Well, we never struggle against. Well, we struggle. Look, we get a chance, but we never score. We play Honduras at home. We were void of ideas. We go away crucial points in terms of we get a 6 points man road we get in terms of Nicaragua and Honduras. But even before that, we played poorly against Dominican Republic. And when we played Dominica call and we beat them, the man must say, oh, Dominican Republic rank 130. They see me and say, oh, we should have beat them even more and more. And all of a sudden, we want to come beat USA. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't beat them. Like, yeah, we had 1 and 2 opportunities or 1 or a few. But come on, man. When you can't miss a football like this, bro. We don't know, like, listen, we know say Jamaicans love the entitled people and we're going like so big and we're better than people, but come on, bro, like, you're big and better.
Let's ask you one question. Whenever you come on this and so for beat America.
Bro, you're talking like we should.
Listen to me. Should Jamaica lose that game? Based off what you've watched, what you've seen, the chances that we gotten, a missed penalty, the way we dominated that second half, the formation when the coach start and him realize they make a mistake and switch it up second half. When you look at what happened, forget about the team that USA is. Look at the situations in the game. Shouldn't we have at least walked away with a point? With what happened in that game? May I take J Thompson? I want everybody on the panel say
not a point, but a draw.
With at least a draw. You don't think we should have leave that game with at least a draw?
Of course.
All right. Now that is the point where I try to make. If you look at a football game, forget about who you play. Forget about the team that you're playing. And you look at a football game that is played in 90 minutes, and I ask you that question. If you should have walked away with a point based off of everything what happened, and you did not walk away with a point, you are going to be frustrated. You are going to be angry. You are going to look at the reasons why you did not walk away with at least a point. So don't come tell me the fact about entitlement. You forget about the quality of the team, because the quality of the team clearly was not shown in that game. Apart from the one situation where Christian Pulisic created. Jamaica dominated the game. So why if me feel like they were supposed to walk away with at least a point, I'm entitled? No, I am not. I am talking about what I have seen. And Jamaica should not have lost that football game. And because them lose it, I'm going to get dark. I'm going to get angry. Because we miss a penalty, I'm going to get dark. I'm going to get angry. Because I see some football man, we're supposed to can at least tackle a man and kick down a man instead of make him dribble through and go score. Don't want to do it.
Can I ask you a question, Gunnar?
By a coach.
Can I ask you a question,
Gunnar? Have a player in that position that can do the dirty work.
In Gunnar,
have a problem with it.
Doing ask a question.
Let me ask you the question.
My 6 grand grandstand. But still don't watch this. Them are raise ticket price and them don't know them are going to get crowd.
One question, Gunnar.
Don't tell me I'm entitled. Bad man, don't
do ask a question. I'm going to get the
yeah, man, because Gunners more the question, you know.
Where you
so, all right, Gunners, apart from
America comes.
What you doing?
Yeah. No, man, we don't want to talk over it.
What you do? Bad man, don't laugh with me, you tell we are mute.
Gunners, you hear me?
Bad man, boy, you are mute me. Brother, me a chat, no, me don't chat, brother. You have to talk about entitled, brother. Yo, boy, you spend your money and sit down to go watch them things, brother. You have to chat. When you see your team can do better, you have to chat. Which entitled. Now, America never step up, brother. That quality you talk about was not on display. Apart from the one situation where Christian Pulisic have. So you come tell me, say, just because me said the team supposed to walk away with a point. I am entitled. Let from America come spend your dirty money, come watch your side and see if you react the same way you react. Look how you react in a video where you spend what you when I put some idiot schoolboy football you watch. And you hear the dark over some idiot schoolboy football. Can you still don't spend your money to come watch them bullshit that with Jamaica put up with? And watch Casey Palmer where a midfielder get paid in a championship. Have a ball line foot with no pressure. And I give you a 3-4 time. No pressure. Just a give them one ball. Of course you have to cuss. That not nothing to do with farm, brother. Freak doing that. You think I take the man, I take the ball and try to dribble and him off farm and can't dribble. When a man get a ball, can simple control and simple just pass a ball. And now you time free and coward. What does that have to do with, brother? Brother, don't come and get dark in this in a dog.
Yeah, but you have to give the caller a chance to talk still.
Yo, come on for this again, too, brother. And go through, dog. Can't you get dark, you can move like you want mute man in a brother. They take this thing for brother. Yo, man, them go.
All right, Gunners. We understand the frustration. We understand the level of frustration. But in recent times, there are only maybe 2 times Jamaica play. I must say, play to expectation or even exceed. One time they exceed our expectation versus Canada. The next time they play to expectation against Panama. When have Jamaica ever not disappoint us? Apart from those 2 times I mentioned, Gunners. Tell me one game other than those 2 that I mentioned that Jamaica didn't disappoint us.
Brother, man, them to do better, dog. Where's like how the federation here be a foolish them a go on it, brother. Man Cara get slap out, man, this, man, that. Just to sit down and come watch this bullshit. I don't want a man when I'm gonna match up come move like say reaction is for nothing, brother. Fuck gonna feel like that. People are spending them time and effort and money. If a man sit down and watch match on TV and I want to come talk about fans at go stadium, reaction this, reaction that. I don't want to hear that, brother.
Let me just say this.
You feel like that?
The energy we have.
Go through we have to go through, brother. I spend hours.
Honestly,
hours, brother. You want to that?
Honestly, I just
watch match in front of TV and I shut off your thinking mode, brother. Learn to accept context. When they hear people are going certain way, learn to see the reason why they are going so bad, man. I'm tell that. You think a joking thing, this a reality, this in a youth. They think this thing so bad, man. If you don't in front of TV, chat. If you're in a national stadium, you see some things, we see some things where you're not see. That's how we can say certain things where I think
the problem with you guys who go to the stadium, you feel as if you're better than the man who sit down at them yard and
better than. You need to understand that. And you're not understanding it. If you sit down and you can easily freely just sit down and cock up your foot so. Easy, just cock up your foot and sit down and watch TV. When the match done, yeah, you might feel disappointed, but you're not going to have the same level here with me have right now. So when you see a man get emotional about the sport and the football when sit down, spending money, take time off of work, sit down in a traffic for hours before and after match for watch. Don't tell the man saying they're supposed to go on so over that, brother. Yes, the man will get dark. I'm a idiot boy.
Let me say this. The energy where you
come off of one street, brother. And I go through, because I don't know about for them this and that. Because the youth are just move like a pissy more piece of people, dog. The youth are there for listen. A pissy more piece of people, dog. Honestly, brother. I'm to the man, dog. A piss him come for piece of people, dog. You come like abuse him all this for, brother. Come here, look for the man as a youth. I tell the man something serious about the football, dog. Serious about the football, and you truly try to troll, man, brother. I don't want the man to message me either, dog. I troll the man to come on this to come troll, man, brother. Yo, you, I'm calm now, dog. I'm calm, brother. Man, have no final task. I don't want to done this now.
Alright, one I call it this when the Reggae Boyz disappoint, couple months straight. Even when I remember World Cup qualifiers, I think Dominica them play. I think they did win 3-2, I think. That's why I say time and time again, Reggae Boyz is not performing. Even though they win 3-2 in that game, they make a style like Dominica come back and score 2 goals back to back. These are the things that we are talking about. We need them to do better. We see them have the quality. That's why see how you express yourself and you can say, yo, you want to see them do better. You want to see them do better, you're not talking about that's it, just a talk out the ass, You just want to see the man them do better once them have the right people them on the field. Just do better because they have the quality. Whether they come off an injury as a baller, just do better because them have the quality. Just do better.
The thing is, dog. You see the thing, bro. You see what can piss me off because he's a baller too, you know. You see what piss me off, dog, is when you have a coward, dog. When you have cowards that play football. And you see Casey Palmer, dog. You see every time you see this man play football for Jamaica and play like a coward, dog. And when you sit down and you spend your money and you sit down and watch a man, we have a ball playing on foot and I rush the football, just a leg of the ball, just a kick over ball. Him have a simple pass and can't make it. Just a give a ball countless amount of time. You're going to get dark, brother. Come on. You are a professional. What are you doing in this team? Questions need to be asked. You see me? Mindset media, you are a fool. I'm tired of banning from a channel and you still a come on. Move. Go away. If you do not like the content, leave. You see me? We don't ask you to be here. So if you think it's disgraceful behavior, leave. If you think it is, if you think I'm a fool, which I'm clearly not, come on, you have to tell me what you have over me. Zine? Then you can leave. Simple. Watch your style here. If you don't have the final task, we are doing the show. You see me? If you don't have the final task.
Yeah, me have a final task. Me I say, being that we discovered that this guy, Palmer, is not that guy. And we have issue with Tyreek McGee too. He have nice, clean passes, but lack energy and consistency. We have to go outside and look and replace these number 10 with Bobby Reed, who has the consistency, has the work rate, has the goals, and have the assists. So we should have Bobby Reed as a 10, Maggie as his understudy, and try to get Desmond, Duncan McKenzie, one of those guys who was a 10. That was a true 10. And this guy from Harborview that left a few years ago. And just work with these 4 players because we have Ravel coming. Ravel can play as an 8. Palmer can, they can share that game around with, but Palmer is not a 10. And we have I have issue with Maggie also. He's not consistent. He's 25-year-old right now. And he's not a kid anymore. He needs to take over this team and make this team his. Because the position is up for grab and he's not taking it. So I believe Bobby really should be the 10 then because we saw him score bangers from 10. He have assists as a number 10. And we can go from there with Cover or something, or understudy to Joshua Anglin or the guy from Cavalier, but we have to get some understudy to for the 6. We need at least quality 6,
Bro, honestly, it is sickening. We know you have to build a team. I understand that. I'm an Arsenal fan, for God's sakes. I have been in the gutters and see where the team are come from to come up. But at the end of the day, when you have certain players that are making consistently lackluster performances, you have to make a change. We cannot keep on a play Demarai just because he named Demarai and he play Premier League football. Where you they know? Where you play? Give players a chance just like how you give him a chance because when he gets a chance, he has done bullshit. Zine, Casey Palmer cannot be continuing for your star football matches. And if he, as an attacking midfielder, you put him there, when him get the chance in attacking midfield spaces, he not do nothing. So sometimes you have to wonder what position does this guy play. If him can't play box-to-box, back crushing, if him can't play as a 6, and you put him in an attacking midfielder, him just a play timid, him a play coward. How are you an attacking midfielder and you're afraid of the ball? If a man put a ball to your foot in the midfield, you're afraid, you're coward. You can't even put your body in front of the ball and win a foul. What is your point and purpose on the football pitch? You see me? Big up yourself still up and running. Dwayne, you have any final thoughts before we move on? Nah, here. Dwayne? Jason Guna, you have any final thoughts? Jason. Alright, we're now get Jason. So, yeah, man, we're end the show, guys, with the punk of the week. As you guys know, every week we end the show off with the punk of the week. And this week, the boy Presser tell me I'm supposed to give the punk of the week to none other than Macy Holgate. So, Presser should have been here, but him jump off like a girl. So, yeah. Him would have given the reason why he nominated him to be punk of the week. But I guess it's the reason why is because of the red card that he got. And yeah, he's a punk of the week. You can get the red card. Still look lackluster. I think Deshaun Bernard should be starting football matches for Jamaica over Macy Holgate. He has not impressed. We've seen him against lower opposition and we've seen him against higher opposition. And he's still flattered to deceive. we have Deshaun Bernard, who we've seen against low opposition, we've seen against higher opposition, and he has still put in good performances and displays that we can be proud of. So I don't see why Mason Holgate walks into this team and puts him down the pecking order. I think if Ethan Pinnock is out or Damian Lowe is out, Deshaun Bernard is the rightful choice to replace either of them. So going forward, we don't have to see Mason Holgate another team. You see me? So yeah, man, guys, that's it for this episode. And yeah, we'll see you now again. Big up on yourself. Peace.